What's up, you guys? This is Nick Sundstrom. So today's a super exciting day. I got my hands on the Cheyenne Unlimited, and I'm gonna give you guys my first product review. So if you guys don't know, I've been using Cheyennes now for, probably about 5 years. I'd say I'm kind of locked into them as a company. In my opinion, Cheyenne is kind of like the Apple of tattoo machines, where it runs, a little different than the rest of them. It has a different feel to it, but once you get used to it, it's almost like you're locked in to them for life. They're so smooth running. There's zero maintenance. I believe they're some of the best machines on the market. So I used to use the Cheyenne Spirit, the Cheyenne Thunder, and then once they came out with their whole Soul line, I got the Soul Luna and the Soul Terra, which is what I have here. So this is the Soul Terra here. It's their 4.0 millimeter stroke. And then here's the Soul Luna. This is their 2.5 millimeter stroke. These are their new ones where they have the give setting, where they give you the option to have give or no give, but that's literally the only adjustment that I have to make on the machine. So my biggest pet peeve between those two machines is one of them is a 2.5 millimeter stroke, which is great for black and gray shading, super smooth, but sometimes it snags on the skin, which can be a little frustrating. And the 4.0 is such a long stroke that sure, it has the power and the oomph to be able to pack in any line, any color. Sometimes it's a little too much punch for especially like when I'm doing 3-liner shading. I use the 4.0 millimeter stroke just because the 2.5 tends to snag a lot on me. But sometimes that gives it almost too much texture, where I'd rather it look a little more smooth with my stippling. So I always kind of wanted an in-between. I didn't want to go with the pen. I've used that in the past, and for some reason I didn't really jive with that machine. I've used the Nova recently and I actually really liked it. However, I knew they were coming out with this machine. So that's why I wanted to wait until this one came out, so then I can get my hands on it. It's a 3.5 millimeter stroke, which is awesome because it's literally right in between the two machines. And yeah, I've been using it now about a month, and to be honest, it might be the only machine I use from here forward. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll show you what came in the box, and I don't get to do an unboxing with you guys because I've been playing with it for a month now, but I'll show you kind of how it was packaged. To be honest, the box wasn't very impressive anyways. All right, so in the box, the first thing you have is all your reading materials. So here's the instruction manual. I have no idea why it's so big because it's a pretty simple machine, and who reads these anyways? So next we got the kind of short guide, the beginner's guide. Honestly, when I got this in, this is pretty much all that I read before I started messing with it. So it shows you here, you have your mode indicator, which is the top light above the button, and that'll either flash on and off if it's on your responsive mode, which is kind of like their version of give. And then if it's constant white, like just solid white, then it's on the steady mode. Then you got your power indicator. So when you first turn it on, this light underneath the button, it'll shine white. That is if your battery is fully charged, and that just means that the power is somewhere between 51 and 100%. It'll turn yellow once you hit between 50 to 26%. Once it turns orange, you're between 1% and 25, and then it turns red when you're at 0. The only time I've ever seen it red is when it randomly shuts off on me mid-tattoo, so. Next, you got your motion control pamphlet. So this shows you how to change your speed or voltage, I guess, of the machine. It shows you that, if you hold it parallel, you're somewhere around 8.8 volts. If you hold it vertical, you're at 12 volts. And then if you're vertically downwards, then you're at 4.7 volts. And of course, you have your whole spectrum in between. I will say this works really seamlessly, and I'm very impressed by it. We'll see how long it holds up over the long haul. But Really cool technology. So let's go ahead and open up the box, show you how this comes out of the package. By the way, I love this case. So whenever I go traveling, I travel frequently, I always have to use like a gun box to carry all my machines in it. So the fact that they gave you your own hard shell for the machine is awesome in my opinion, especially because it's so compact. It literally has everything that you need in here, the batteries, charger, everything. And this will fit no problem into any suitcase. So here we have it. There's gonna be your Cheyenne Unlimited, and then it comes with the power cable here. It has convenient little spaces for everything. They didn't give you a wall plug, but at least you have room in here to put it. I've been using an Apple one, so it's been working out fine. This is gonna be your wall charger to put the 2 batteries in. To be honest, this feels a little flimsy. I wish this was a little, I wish it held the batteries in there a little easier. It feels like they fall out really easy, but no big deal. You're keeping it on a table anyways, typically. And then you have your little case here that has the 2 batteries in it. So these batteries, they advertise as being able to last about 5 hours of tattoo time. They take 3 hours to charge. So that means you'll never be without a battery while you're tattooing. But from my experience, they've actually lasted a little longer. A couple of my sessions, I was able to get about 6 to 7 hours of tattoo time out of them before they ended up dying. I was really, really impressed by that. Other thing to note about the batteries is they're really, really lightweight. They almost feel like they're hollow on the inside. I thought they would be this big, clunky, heavy thing, but very impressed by the distribution of weight on this machine. So let me pull the machine out for you just so you can take a look at that, and I'll show you kind of how to put the battery in here. So plus side goes down. So it's a super, super sleek machine. I love the look of it, love the feel of it. When I saw all the advertising for it, I thought it looked a little like long and bulky, but it actually fits in your hand really, really nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn it on and I'll show you how that works. So press and hold the button. You'll see here, the top light is flashing. So that means that I have it on the responsive mode. But if you press and hold, see how it turns solid there? That means there's no give. It's gonna just run steady with whatever current you're running through it. And yeah, pretty much ready to go. And then if you click it once, that'll go ahead and turn it on. Now to change the voltage, you're gonna press and hold this. And like I said, if you hold it level, that's 8.8. But then if you tilt it up, that'll bring you to like your 9.2, 10 volt, your 11 volt, and then all the way up to 12. And if you tilt it back down, it can bring you as low as 4 volts, which you probably can't even hear this right now, but it's running. I don't know who would ever run it at that speed. However, this being one of the things that I was the most nervous about with this machine, it's probably one of the things I'm the most impressed about now that I've actually gotten my hands on it. It's really seamless, really easy. I'll be in the middle of a tattoo and I'm ready to change my speed, and it's literally just press the button, I tilt it up, and then just keep going. I usually use it somewhere between 8 volts and like 10.2. So pretty much I've come to learn like where to hold the machine. So it's been pretty easy for me mid-tattoo to just say, hey, I want to jump up to 10 volts, let me hold it there, and I'm good to go. So again, very, very impressed by that. As for the power, I was also nervous about maybe the power kind of going downhill while I'm in the middle of a tattoo. Like, you know, if the battery is almost dead, I was worried that, you know, it would start acting a little differently or whatever, but the battery holds steady, holds strong all the way till it dies. When it does die, it just cuts off out of nowhere, and then that's it. Another thing to note that I really like about this machine opposed to the other ones is just how the grip or how you adjust the grip. It's really smooth and easy to turn. It's also similar to, I know, the Cheyenne pen and then also the Nova. They both do the same thing. But considering I've been using these machines for so long now, I've gotten used to like the clicking motion. But the problem that I have is sometimes when I'm tattooing, the cord would pull the machine and it would click on me when I didn't really want it to, which didn't affect me too much, but it does get obnoxious while you're in the middle of a tattoo. So it's nice that this, for one, it stays where you set it. And then for two, you can kind of set it exactly where you want it. You're not limited to wherever the clicks are. It's literally, you can hang your needle out, I guess, as much as you want. So I'll say overall, this machine just, it feels so good in the hand when you're tattooing. Like I said, the weight distribution is really, really nice. It's really smooth. It's been super easy to make those adjustments as I'm tattooing. And to be honest, not having a cord to tie you down and to get in the way and have your chair roll all over it and get all dirty from the floor and have to wipe down, like, that's been the nicest part about this whole thing, is just being able to sit down, tattoo, and not worry about a thing, I guess, other than your battery dying. If I was gonna recommend any wireless machine on the market, this would definitely be the one. So that's my basic review on the Cheyenne Unlimited. Overall, I'm in love with this machine. I can't say that I have any negative points on this machine so far after using it for a month. I'll update you and let you know as the time goes on and I use it a little more. Let me know if you'd like for me to do a more in-depth review in the future. Maybe I can show you some techniques and things that I do on fake skin. I will say that all my time lapses from here forward will be with this machine. And if it's not, I'll specify in the comments or in the description of that video. And then in this video, I'll go ahead and link Kingpin's website, so then you can go ahead and see where you can purchase it. They are one of the distributors of Cheyenne, so you can get their machine on that website. They pretty much ship anywhere in the US. You can also see on that website the cartridges that I use for all my videos is going to be Crown cartridges by Kingpin. So again, I'll link that below and you can go ahead and check all that out. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please click the like button below and let me know in the comments what you think. If you want me to do more product reviews, you'd like for me to share a little more about the equipment that I use here to tattoo with. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. Till next time.